2. East Hampton Village, DRB. We are live.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Design Review Board. I call to order the Design Review Board for Tuesday, April 16, 2024. The first item on our agenda, the minutes of March 19, 2024. Are there any corrections or questions about that? If not, I would entertain a motion to approve. Do I have that motion?
I'll make a motion.
Thank you, Ann. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Kate. All in favor?
Aye.
Great. And the next item on our agenda is 177 Main Street. Andrew and Alyssa Klein. Is the applicant present?
I don't see anybody from the applicant.
Okay.
Give them some time.
Yeah, let's give them some time, and let's move on to the East Hampton Square Associates LLC at 39 and 41 Main Street. Is the applicant present? If so, can you step up to the podium? Good morning again. How are you? Great.
So Barry Rice is my name. The architect, the applicant. We have just 3 items that we
Sure.
amended in the
Okay.
submission from our previous submission. And they are in order, and I'll go through these. Some dunnage steel, one needs to be relocated on top of the lower piano building. And also 2 quick condensers there.
Right.
Second one is the windows that previously were bay windows, protruded a foot, just like the existing ones, but a different design. We would now make those flat, so there's no protrusion more than a few inches for the framing and mullions, and those details are shown in your current package. And finally, we're adding or proposing to add a fountain, for drinking fountain for people and dogs in alley 1. So,
Excuse me, can you move the microphone closer to your face?
That close?
Thank you.
Okay? Thank you. Okay. So, and then finally, I guess we want to talk about the back of Hampton. There's a service entry that will, with the regrading of the brick Eastman Way paving, we need to add a step there, so it'll be a stone steps. I think maybe Greg can talk about those things. So to start with, this is Main Street, Eastman Way, alley 1 we call it, and alley 2 down here between the Governance Building and this building A here. We have Laura Piano that faces obviously Main Street. At the back there's a low roof portion here. We'd like to put 3 condenser units for Laura Piano's air conditioning in that location. We had previously had them in another location, but for code reasons we need to keep them over the building with this service. These 3 condensers sit on dunnage steel, which is steel beams 8 inches high above the roof, and then on top of that are the condenser units.
And may I ask, how high are the condenser units?
Yes, it's shown in these drawings. The actual units are around about 36 inches high. If you look at this drawing here, the diagram here shows that the dunnage steel plus the gap underneath is 1'2", and then it's 3'9" tall, the condenser units. We have mocked this up. I haven't seen it myself, but it's mocked up now. So if anybody wants to have a walk down alley 1 and see the visibility of these, you can do that. But we've just shown here a sight line from a typical person height. These would be minimally visible. They'll be visible from above there, but not
Approximately how many inches would you say?
I would say approximately 18 inches.
18 inches. Okay.
So we've set it back, the condensers back 10 feet from the edge of the roof. It's a 10-foot dimension back there. And that seems to be the sort of happy place for it to be between where they need to be for to minimize the visibility, but also so they're not right in front of windows from the nice historic rear facade of the Laura Piano.
And what color are they, and what color is the roof?
They are the roofing right now. I think is it a gray? I really don't. Probably a dark gray. It's not visible. The roof is flat, membrane roof. And the units typically are gray, but that's what's on the cut sheets that we have approved. So we have mocked up the massing of what these will look like once they're up there.
Okay, great, thank you.
The next item is the windows. So in elevation, the windows look almost identical to the last submission, except now in section, they do not protrude a foot from the building. They are nominally flat.
I think flat is better, the way it is, yes.
Looking through to the details, I can explain. The windows here, this is the corner of the building, so looking flat on, looks exactly the same as before. Looking around the corner, you see they protrude a few inches from the facade. The framing, the jambs, and the brackets at the bottom of the windows protrude around about 5 inches from the face of the building. But there is no glass on the edge. The glass is just on the front of the building.
Can you talk about color and materials too?
Yes. We had our meeting with 2 representatives from
the committee.
Kate, yeah,
The committee.
and the committee, and we are making a mock-up of a piece of this window to go up with the shingles that are going up right now, and we will show you several options for the color of the window. The idea is to make it an off-white, so it's complementary to, but not copying the white of the shingles. We just didn't want white.
Right.
So they're very subtle shades, very, very light colors of cream, and we'll have those mocked up within the next week. Okay. And we said that with the subcommittee, we would all go out there and agree amongst ourselves exactly what color we would choose. So, so that's the windows. And then we were talking about just earlier some steps, and Greg has a plan at the back of the Hampton, opposite Starbucks. There's a service entry to Hampton, which is historically the service door to the bank, and we need to add a stone step at that point because the grading has changed. We're trying to smooth out the grade between here, between Main Street and the parking lot back here. So it means that we're dropping the elevation further than it was before here, so we don't get such a steep pitch in the middle here. That was always a problem with egress and with ponding of water. So that means we're adding a step in here. So that's just another change we've made. And I think finally the fountain that I spoke of, along the alley 1 here, would need perhaps your plan. It's got the drinking fountain will be located down this end of alley 1. I'll show you on the exhibition.
Do you have images of the drinking fountain?
I'm sorry?
Do you have images of?
Yes, we do.
That was in the submission now, so I have a supplement I can hand out. The area in which we're proposing it is, so just to orient you again, this is Building A, the Governance Building, Hampton, and this is Eastman Way. So coming down Alley 1, pardon me, effectively be pretty much at the end of that area, have a little cutout area for it, out of the way of any circulation flow. So it's sort of at the western end of Alley 1, and I can show you what it looks like. It's a very clean, it's a 3-bowl system intended to be effectively adult, ADA accessible, intermediate bowl, and then a dog bowl for 4-legged friends.
Okay, that's it.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Sorry, but the canopies, the awnings,
yes.
Did those change from the last?
From the previous submission, no, they're the same. In other words, we have a combination of predominantly fixed canopies over each of the doors into the main building. The design is unchanged, but we showed a retractable canopy on a portion of LE1 windows, which would give shade from this very sunlit place over here, and that canopy will go from here all the way through to there. There has been a minor change in terms of the location of the retractable and the size of it. We're just finalizing that now, but materially nothing has changed in terms of the fabric, the detailing, etc. So the retractable goes here. There will be no canopies along on the Starbucks building, and then yeah, that's it. So that's all I can say.
Great.
We'll have a sample of the canopy also to show you when we go to look at the color of the window. That's in the fabrication now.
Great. Well, thank you very much. Any other questions, board members? That's it?
Okay.
Could Barry just touch on lighting? Like, just do a quick overview on the lighting?
Yes. The lighting right now is proposed, as was previously reviewed, is proposed to be soffit lighting in the eaves, the overhang around the buildings. And they are recessed LED lights. So you don't see the light source, you just see the light effect on the bottom. And the specifications for those light fixtures, the color of the lighting, in other words, the color of the LED, and is all shown on drawing A401.
What's the Kelvin rating for them?
It's 2700.
Okay.
It's the warm color.
Yeah.
And they are floodlights, so there won't be points of light. It'll be just a flood of light. Okay.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you.
Is there still the same number of lights as you had originally spec'd out? I think, right? It's
Yes.
like 100 and some odd
Yes.
soffit lights.
Yes, that's what we're showing in here. We didn't change anything from what we originally had. Now, originally, as you remember, when we had the bay windows coming out, the two of the lights would be within the bay window. In other words, they'd be lighting storefront rather than the sidewalk. We've left the same quantity of lights up there, but now the bay windows are pushed back. There'll be more light hitting the facade of the building. Right?
Thank you.
You want me to mention that?
Billy, do you want to just give us your analysis?
Yeah. I don't have much. Good morning, board members. Billy Hajak for the village. I don't have a whole lot to add other than I think the lighting, I think they did cut the number of fixtures down. My recollection is the board approved it last time, but without the lighting.
Right.
And they were going to come back with additional details on lighting.
Okay.
I believe they've cut the number down substantially. I don't know offhand. I don't
Right.
have the plan in front of me, but I think it's reduced from 100.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. It's reduced to 100, sort of.
I think we ended up at 80, and I think it
Oh,
was
80.
reduced by half, but the 160 was, from our opinion, way overlit.
Right, yeah.
So,
Right.
50 fixtures on building A.
50, okay.
50.
And
28 on the
sure, and approximately the length of the building is, and how many feet apart of each fixture approximately? Just for an average.
6 feet on set.
That's okay.
That's
Thank
quite
you.
wide.
Thank you. Okay. So I guess you'll come back, we'll go over
This, and you'll come back with the, what are you asking for approval? Okay,
So contingent on the colors
It's
of the
a-
windows and the
yes.
canopy.
Contingent upon approval of the mock-ups, the color of the window. And the mock-up will be in contact with the shingle and the canopy.
okay, so we'll go ahead and that'll.
Just ask something really
yes.
quick. The window, around the windows, that's wood, is that correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
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 And you'll have a mock-up, the air conditioning thing for us.
Mock-up is up today.
It's up today.
I haven't seen it myself,
Okay.
but I'm going over after this meeting to look at it.
Okay, okay,
Don't approve
It'll
the
be up there.
others.
Yeah.
So
okay, well,
we can approve the windows
We're gonna-
contingent on the colors.
we'll approve everything contingent upon the colors of the windows and also,
Not the condenser unit until we.
and the condenser unit we'll have to see that, okay? But all of the rest we could go ahead and vote on and approve. So,
one thing on.
get dependent upon the colors
Right.
of the soft whites, the whites.
And one thing on the windows, because we didn't meet the timing requirements to be able to install for the summer, we're gonna look at this in the fall. We've got to re-go to the window manufacturer. There's a timing element
Okay,
where we need to refigure out that and budget and sort of how it all works.
okay, perfect,
Are you going to be open for the summer?
Yes.
yeah,
Siding will be done within a week, then they're doing the copper gutters. The brickwork is all going to be done by the end of April. Laurel Group is doing the installation 1st of May, and, targeting Memorial Day. We tried to do all of the work so that we're not doing work in the summer.
right. I don't blame you. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so then, can we have a motion to approve the application? Do I have that motion?
I'll make a motion.
Thank you very, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, and all in favor? Okay, and just contingent upon the colors and, okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay. Okay. The other people are not here. Okay. Billy,
The
You want to
gate,
go back to 177?
yes.
the gate.
Do you want to
Yeah.
talk about that?
I spoke with the contractor or representative on Friday.
Yeah.
So their outdoor kitchen area that they're proposing with the planter would contribute to cover.
Oh. Oh, okay, good.
I'm here for 110 Park Place.
Oh, okay. So anyway, 177 Main Street, the coverage calculation is not shown on the survey.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Those items are going to contribute to coverage, so I think that puts them over.
Yeah.
And requires a variance, so I've asked him to submit a survey showing that, and he understands that they might be over coverage.
Okay.
And the gate element, there are no gates in the Main Street Historic District. The only gate that exists is at Mulford Farm, and it's a farm, old farm gate. There are no other gates in the Main Street Historic District. I advised him of that, and he said, well, let's see what the board does with it, so.
And it's kind of modern.
Yes.
It is, yeah. So, I mean, they didn't show colors and materials.
Yeah.
He described it to me as being like a clear cedar to weather naturally, but that's,
Yeah.
you know,
And they're not
just the gate
here.
itself, there aren't any right
So
now.
they're gonna have to come back then.
Yeah, they only have 7 square feet of coverage
Yes, that's correct.
right now available.
Yeah, and I think the outdoor grill area is like 55 or
So
something,
that's
so.
new, the grill area is new?
Yeah, it's on, that area is all gravel right now, which doesn't count as coverage, but
Right.
when you
Right.
add structures to it.
Right.
Putting gates, putting driveway gates right there will start to change the look of the historic district.
Okay. Well, so they're gonna have to
I can-
update.
Yeah, I
You'll
can
get in
circle
touch
back.
with them.
I could contact the representative again. Okay?
Thank you, Billy. Okay. I'm sorry, and you're, what,
Yeah, I'm sorry. I saw that wasn't on the agenda today.
Yeah.
I was here last month for the new awning, the black awning at 55 Newtown. You guys have to bring a sample, so I brought the sample today. I don't know.
okay, let's check it out and let's move forward.
Sure.
Today.
Yeah, of course. Well, thank you.
Hands to you.
Oh, right, all right, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, of course,
Have
yeah.
a copy of this.
Thank you, yeah. I don't have a problem.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I think it's great. I
We
remember
we
that.
have no
I love the
problem.
black.
Board members, I have no
great.
problem
I
with
think
this,
it's
board
great,
members.
yeah.
This is great, okay.
It's a great update.
Yeah,
Okay.
much better.
Well, thank you, and let's make a motion on that. So I entertain a motion to approve the application. Can we have a motion? Do I have it?
Motion.
Yes, okay. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor? Great.
Aye.
Thank you. Okay. That was difficult, wasn't it? It's good you brought it.
So much easier than the red. Yeah, the red
Okay.
looks really bad right now.
Anything else I need from you guys? Or-
No, it's, she'll send the approved application. Okay.
Thank you.
Any other questions, board members? If not, then I would entertain a motion to adjourn. Do I have that motion?
I'll make a motion.
Thank you very much. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?